If you're leveraging social media as a real estate agent, your content needs to change right now. That is, if you want a massive, unfair competitive advantage against the rest of the agents in your market. What I'm going to do in this video is explain to you a concept that is incredibly important for this market right now. We're in a shifting market and there's a ripe opportunity for you to build massive momentum, skyrocket your personal brand, and get miles ahead of the competition if you follow what I'm about to share with you. So without further ado, let's dive in to the unique switch that you need to make to your content right now if you want to take your business to a completely different level. What's up guys, it's Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty. I train thousands of agents every year to skyrocket their business the modern way, leveraging social media. And you probably know by now I'm doing something new going forward where every single week, if you subscribe to my channel, like and comment on any of the videos I put out that week, you'll be entered into a draw to win a free copy of my full Social Agent Academy, which is the top training on every single social platform. But this video is unique. Let's dive into the changes you need to make. But first, I need to give some context as to why this is such a unique period. It's obvious that the market is shifting. We see things starting to decline a little bit. Nobody knows what's going to happen or how severe it's going to get, if at all. But we can see things starting to shift. Now, what happens when things start to shift is agents start to get fearful. They start to spend less, they start to put out less content, and they start to regress instead of doubling down and progress, which is what I like to do. When I see these times, I double my ad spend, I increase my cadence of content, and I look at it as an opportunity because this is going to be the biggest opportunity you're likely going to have for the foreseeable future for you to build brand equity, to get in front of new people, and to not just become but remain top of mind if you aren't already. Now, the reason being is because during the last 2 years, it's been a complete joke in the market. It's been a gravy train that everybody's been riding. People getting into real estate, getting their license, selling a home in 14 minutes, $200,000 over list price just because their friend decides to sell and they don't vet any other agents based on experience. It's been chaos. But now things are starting to settle in a little bit and we're starting to see a little bit of competition. We're starting to see the market soften a little bit. We're starting to see days on market increase a bit. We're starting to see a lot of signs showing that things are changing. Now, let me explain the opportunity that you have. Traditionally, the content you want to be putting out as a realtor is the basics, and this still applies. You still want to be doing this, which is the fundamentals, which is buyer's tips, seller's tips, investor's tips. If that's a space that you explore, and you should be working with investors, especially based on what's happening right now. However, things like property tours and community tours, market updates, those are all the pillar things, behind the scenes things like that. Those still need to stay. So don't get me wrong, those still need to have a presence on all of your social platforms. Even now, market updates more than ever because of the fact that interest rates are changing all the time. It's giving you a reason to reach out to clients, provide more value, add more context, and look into the data. Now let's talk about the shift that needs to happen. During the next 6 to 18 months, I predict, and so do many others, that there's going to be a pretty significant shift. Might not affect every market the same, likely won't, but there is going to be change, which means a lot of agents aren't going to be renewing their license, which means, let's look at 0809. Not saying this is going to happen again, but 60% of agents didn't renew their license. Where do you think the clients in the 60% went? Well, to the 40% that weathered the storm or got their license. So that was a massive transition to market share to a small amount of agents. So what do we need to do right now in order to position ourselves to take massive amounts of market share in the coming 6, 12, 18 months? What you need to start doing is putting out content that is shareable and savable. A lot of people, when they're looking at KPIs or key performance indicators related to social media, they're looking at impressions, likes, comments. Those are not the metrics that you want to be focusing on. You want to be focusing on shares and saves. The reason being is because shares means somebody just shared that post with somebody else. Saves means they're saving it to look at it later. Either which way, people are either coming back to your profile or they're going to share with a friend, which brings somebody new to your profile. So let me explain the type of content that you need to start putting out going forward. Things, again, that the general public would save and share. Now, the content that I alluded to earlier in terms of buyers, sellers, investors, tips, property tours, community tours, all of that is usually tailored towards people that are within reason interested in real estate right now. They could be looking to buy, sell, or invest or relocate, either which way, either now or in the next 12 months. But the problem is that is just people that are interested in real estate right now. So how do we get in front of people that are maybe not interested in real estate right now, but in 6, 12, 18 months from now will be? And that is going to be the ninja trick, the strategic play that those that understand real estate and have a delayed gratification approach and really want to dominate, take market share, and win are going to do what I'm about to share with you, which is you want to be putting out content, videos, reels, ideally reels, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, things like that, about something that the average person would share, not just somebody that's interested in real estate. Let me give you an example. One of the things that I recently saw that a buddy in my team at EXP at the Wolfpack shared with me is he shared with me an article, and I'll tell you about how cool this is in a sec. He shared with me an article, blog, about the top 5 hidden speakeasy bars, cocktail bars, that you did not know about in Denver. So this is really interesting because if I'm not interested in real estate, but I live in Denver and I'm just Joe Smith hanging out in Denver, not looking to buy or sell right now, but I'm into cocktails or going out or new experiences in my city, and I see 5 cocktail speakeasy bars that I've never heard of before. Well, maybe I have heard of a few of them, but let me go check out that list because this is what I'm interested in. And what's going to happen is, based on consumer behavior, it's very likely that I, as John Smith, would be sharing that on my stories on Instagram or with a friend to say, hey, haven't checked out some of these, never even heard of them before. Maybe we should go check it out sometime. So this is also the play with like top 5 restaurants you never heard of before, top 5 walking parks in your city. You start to look from a consumer's perspective, and I'll tell you a couple ways that you can explore this going forward and how to make it really easy to find these ideas. But you start to explore content that the average person would want to share on their Instagram stories, share with a friend, or save to come back and check out at a later date. Because what happens is now you're bringing new people into your ecosystem, or you're bringing back people who might not have remembered you when it comes time to buy or sell. So this is a really strategic play to start to gain market share within your region because of the type of content that most agents aren't even going to think about this. All they're going to do is put out the basics, but that's leaving so much on the table, like 99% of people in that market on the table. So if you can start to cater your content towards things, thinking from the average person's perspective, the stuff that you share on your profile that's not real estate related, that's the type of content you need to start putting out. Now, how do you make this easy? 2 different ways. Number 1, just look at articles and R&D it. This is the best way. Like the guy from my group in the Wolfpack here at EXP in Denver, he shared with me a blog article. You can just Google top restaurants you didn't know about. You can go top new restaurants, or you can think about, again, anything that's unique, anything that somebody in your local market might not yet have heard of or know about. This applies to people that live there, people that are visiting there, and people that are relocating there. Really powerful stuff. So you find this by just doing Google searches, and there's usually articles on all of these types of topics, and then you just turn those articles into a video. They've basically given you the outline of your script, which I don't advise you to script because that's inauthentic, but it's giving you the talking points, and it's gonna make it very easy for you. Turn it into a video. Ideally, a TikTok video, an Instagram reel, a YouTube short, and a full-length YouTube video. Now, the other way to do it is the way that I find very easy, which is in my market, for example, and this happens in every market. There's Instagram profiles that highlight all the new cool stuff going on in your city. I'll overlay the one here that's in my city, Daily Hive, Calgary, and there's one in every market. You just have to go find it. It gives you everything cool about your market. The best hiking trails in a place like I live, the best walking paths, the best restaurants, the newest restaurants, the cool, unique cocktail bars, the hidden stuff. Like, it gives it to you on Instagram already. Just go make a video about it and put your own spin on it. It's so easy to do, but what you're going to see, and we've even had an agent, I talked to my group about this last week, and we had an agent, Noah Ward in Sarasota, he put out a TikTok video. I told him, go put out shareable, savable stuff. He did exactly what I shared with you on this video. The video blew up to over 100,000 views, over 5,000 likes, and he's already getting people reaching out, leads through TikTok from that video the next day after I shared it to him. So going forward, my recommendation is, again, start to look at this as a brand play, because there's going to be a lot of agents fearful, regressing, and taking steps back in the next 6-12 months. This is your time to go to the next level. So start to think about content in a little bit of a different way. Don't get rid of the pillar content that we know needs to get done, but start to sprinkle in this unique approach that's going to allow new people, not yet interested in real estate, but eventually to find out about you and to never forget about you. So if you have any questions about social media content or anything related to this, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say or anything else I can do to help. So thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.